Hi, my name is Cassie Taylor, and for this first episode on how to write poetry, I wanted to discuss brainstorming. In brainstorming, the first thing that people tend to look at, or the first few things, is the topic. So, what they want to talk about, the what, and then the theme, which is any message you want to deliver to your audience, and it is the why you're writing. You also can come up with some lines that you like using some common literary tools like metaphors and similes, and I'll discuss literary tools in another episode, but some lines. And then if you have creators or writer's block, words, simply just jotting down your favorite words and seeing what topic you can come up with, what theme you can kind of make out of that, what lines come to mind. Simply just starting with words. A list of words is a great way to start the process, especially when you're looking at a blank canvas and it is intimidating to look at that blank screen as we are now. Also, you want to kind of figure out the framework or the groundwork of your poem in a mechanical sense, so the rhyme scheme. Common ones are A, B, A, B, A, B, B. And I will explain that the A's are the first and the third line of a 4-lined stanza. And then the second line is with the fourth line. So they rhyme. And another 4-line stanza, because again, your stanzas can be 6 lines. They can be as many lines as you want, truthfully. But for the sake of beginner, just new to poetry, I would suggest a 4-line stanza with these common rhyme schemes. And for this one, the first 2 lines rhyme, and the third and fourth lines rhyme. Now I'm going to give you an example of what it's like if you have writer's block and you cannot think of a topic or a theme or any lines on your own. We're going to do the words method. And I'm not going to actually create a poem with you, but I just want to kind of show you how brainstorming can work when you have nothing to go on. So you can pick your favorite words, like literally just think, what's my favorite color? Green. What's my favorite flower? Rose. What's my favorite place? Beach. You see what I'm saying? So I can just go and think about my favorite, and it could also be your favorite words, like words you just love to use in speech and in your writing. And if you see any words that connect, that make you think of one another or have some sort of relationship, for instance, roses and the color pink go well, and blue and white, and red. Red roses has alliteration. It has been done a lot, but it is a great it's a great thing whenever alliteration happens, in my personal opinion. And alliteration, I'll just quickly say, is when the sound in the first word, in the starting sound in the first word, the starting usually consonant or vowel is the same as the second sound or the second word. Let me just so red roses. R is the sound, and it gets repeated in the second word, the next word, r. So r. And so red roses. Red roses written. So that's WR, but it's still that R. Red roses written on rocks. So R. So I just quickly wanted to say that because if you are working on words, perhaps combining some to create alliteration, and that could give you ideas. So bossy beaches. I don't know how a beach is bossy, but they just strike me as bossy. So bossy beaches. And that's a nice visualization. There's shy shows. I was about to say seashells. It could work. There's still that alliterate, that sh sound that comes into play. It doesn't have to necessarily be the first sound, but it's, in fact, alliteration can be the word shy, another word that has nothing to do with the sound, and then shows. So, for instance, shy and sassy, keeping that S still, shy and sassy shows. Very, very interesting visualization for that one. So, but we'll discuss literary tools more in depth, and I'll get all into that on a deeper level. But I just wanted to say you could use your favorite literary tools to come up with words or quick phrases or even the whole lines. Like I said, lines are a great way as well to combat that writer's block. Another thing that you may want to think about is your hook, because with every good writing, there is a hook that usually comes in the first, definitely in the first stanza, but usually in the first or second line. You want that to draw attention. That is all. Imagine you're fishing for readers. You're a fisherman fishing for readers, and you need that hook to get them to bite, to get them to want to read. So you don't want the first line to be bland, lack. In fact, you may want to use your favorite literary tools like metaphors, similes in the first line. That's always a great idea. And you want it to establish your topic as well. So, common one for poetry is love. And a theme about love can be love requires sacrifice. That's, a common message. So you could say in your first line, you want it to be, flowery, and you want it to establish your theme that love requires sacrifice. And so you could say love is a cross to bear. The reason why I say this is because when I think about sacrifice, I do think about the cross. And so love is a cross to bear. That already speaks many volumes about how the writer feels about love. It also establishes the theme, and it is a nice hook because you'll have readers that will agree with you and readers that won't. And either way, there's at least a debate being had. And that's a great thing to think about, is how do you want your readers to perceive your poem and react to it? Do you want there to be a debate? Do you want there to be a consensus? Are you trying to persuade? Like, what is your motive for the writing? It definitely goes back to the theme as the why, but you also want to know your motive. Like, are you trying to influence? Are you just trying to entertain? Are you trying to change perspectives? And the last thing I want to talk about is the conclusion. Your conclusion for your poem happens in the last stanza, and it wraps back to your intro. And if you want to make it even more saucy, wrap it back to that hook, and you got a winner, my friend. So I hope you enjoyed this first video about brainstorming, and I hope that it has helped in your journey of your creative endeavors. Hopefully you gather something new today. If not, at least we had a little bit of fun talking about poetry and all that jazz. So in the next episode, I will go over the literary tools that you can use in your poetry and why they matter.